Focused Warrior Podcast. You're looking at two focused warriors, John and Aaron. What's up, bro?
Bro, that was a little different. It's not like your normal. Welcome to the focus. That, hey, you know what? Let's mix it up. We're in the fucking mix it up season. Let's go.
We always got to start with laughter, bro. Laughter is
Yeah,
key.
man. Bro, it's been, hey, celebrations. Happy fucking birthday, brother.
And
Happy
you
birthday for
too,
last week.
bro. And you too, man.
Yeah, like, and our audience doesn't know, like, your birthday is literally 2 days before mine.
Yep.
Yep. My birthday's on the same day as Jaden's.
As Jaden's.
Yep.
Yep.
And there are actually quite a few people in our circle that have their birthdays around us
Yep.
within a day or two. So, and when we always talk about the universe delivering, it's like, you can't fucking make this shit up. So I love it that our birthdays are so similar. You're now in the 50s, brother. Welcome to
50, man. Big 5-0.
welcome to the half century. And we were talking a little bit offline in regards to, how we were going to have this conversation and what we were going to talk about. And you made up a really great point and love going down this angle of let's go back 12 months to where we were.
Ooh.
And
Feel
you were
like we've said
saying,
this before. I love it. I
yeah,
love doing this, man.
you were saying what's changed. And we can go on into some many different angles. So kick it off 12 months ago. Who was John 12 months ago compared to the John that we see in here today?
What's crazy, Aaron, is that the John 12 months ago was in the same job, right? I was in the
Mm.
exact same job. I was just 12 months ago, dude. I was about 4 months into this role that I currently still
Contract.
have.
That was a contract role too, wasn't it? If I remember
Yeah,
right. Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
And by the way, with this role, it was the contract was set to end, I want to say in January.
Mm.
So mind you, bro, I'm over here,
Mm.
took this role on a whim, right? On a hope that I would be able to do enough to stay on. And bro, that's one part of it, right? So I'm thinking back then, if I think back, bro, you and I obviously were having conversations every week.
Yeah.
And it's like that guy, I don't even know what to even say. If it's not a had it figured out, it's more of a guy was just trying to find his way. Next chapter, next season. Knew I had to get the hell out of the previous role that I was in, not because I didn't like it, but because the money wasn't there, and I knew I was struggling heavily. Fuck, man, that was that guy back then, just trying to set his feet down somewhere,
Do you
right?
see,
Whatever that looked like.
yeah, do you feel like in that moment, it's because obviously your previous role, it just wasn't what you thought it was. Did you feel that, all right, I've just got to do something just to help me get by and I'll figure it out? Was that kind of
Well,
where you were?
yeah, Aaron, and mind you, dude, Focus 20, obviously is still a thing now, but back then, it was still a thing. I was still legit. I was still focused. I was still doing my thing, right? Adding value. But there was a level that I was almost desperation mode. Does that make sense? It's like
Yeah.
something needs to work. I don't know what needs to work, but something needs to work. Meanwhile, I'm scattered in all these different directions.
Yeah.
So no wonder why nothing was working because I was in five different places at
Yeah.
any given moment. Day job, Focus 20, family life, bills were struggling, this, that, and the other, right? All these things, man. That's where I was 12 months ago, Aaron. So I don't want to get too deep on my side, man, because I want to give you a chance as well. 12 months ago, where was Aaron? I need to hear that, bro.
12 months ago, I was maybe 4 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks out of being told a relationship wasn't going to work. So,
Man.
yeah, and if anyone that has been listening to us for a while, go back 12 months on a podcast. I literally sold everything I needed to and put my life in a car again and moved to the Sunshine Coast.
I'm acting shocked, but I remember this. I remember this so well, bro.
Yeah.
I really do, man.
So it was the excitement of going to a new place. I wasn't afraid to, pack up my life again, and I was generally excited. I was excited to go somewhere a little bit different, but I was also excited to, see where our relationship was going to go. And to, yeah, I think it was more the expanding of a relationship and being closer and, growing as a couple and seeing where it would take us. So from all of that, that was the start of November. So now we're the like first week in December. I was, yeah, I think about 2 to 3 weeks into being told, I don't see a future for us after moving up at the start of January. So within 2 weeks of moving my whole life, I don't see this working. So there was a
Oh, and
combination.
I have to ask this question though, Aaron, because I know I call myself out from 12 months ago, where I was lacking. Do you feel like, and again, you don't have to get into detail, right? You don't have to do all that, but do you feel like the person that you were with might have had some validity in the sense that who you were back then versus the guy you are today? Like, for example, if she would have met you now versus 12 months ago, where would be the differences, man? I mean, what do you think? I mean, again, without getting too crazy, right? I mean, we could go in a lot of different directions, but what do you think about that guy 12 months ago, man? Was he worthy of that?
Um, no. And the reason why we broke up, um, it'll still be the reason today why we will break up.
Okay,
And
okay.
I'm not going to go into the detail
No, 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 you don't have to, bro. You don't
yeah.
have to. I don't want you to have to
Obviously
do that.
for her protection, if she's going to listen to this podcast and whatnot. So, and look, she's not the bad person here. It's like, obviously we all have our fears. And, there was obviously a fear there with what I was going through,
Yeah,
and what I had to deal with in regards to whether or not it was going to affect her,
sure,
and her
sure.
kids moving forward. So, yeah, and obviously to cut a long story short, that situation's still there, but it's my thing. It's my thing I've got to
Yeah,
deal with.
yeah,
And it is it's a physical thing. It's not a physical, disability or anything, but it's a physical thing. And fuck, I might as well just tell everyone why the fuck not. It's around money.
yeah,
And those of you that know, I had a shitty fucking business deal a couple of years ago that cost me 125 grand. That was the reason behind it. And like I said, she's got her fears. Beautiful person, but she had her fears around that because I had the debt and she didn't want to take on that debt. So,
sure.
and I understand all of that. The debt's still there. So yeah, in answering your questions, whether or not, it'll still happen, yes, it will. And for me now, I think the biggest thing and the lesson back then is that as long as I'm still sitting in my truth and as long as I'm still being authentic and I'm not trying to lie, I'm not trying to fabricate and go, yeah, fuck, I've got all this money and I'm all that and
Yeah,
more, but yet I've got this fucking debt. It's like if I want to get close to someone, I'm going to be honest with you. And it all comes down to how you're going to take it. So, yeah,
sure.
I don't think much has changed from the authenticity perspective. But as far as the man that I am, yeah, I had to deal with all that shit, dealing with a breakup, dealing with not being able to find a place to live because, we know what accommodation and rental markets like everywhere around the world, especially here in Australia, we're struggling. We've just got, like, there's no stock. So finding a place to live, and trying to reestablish myself as a personal trainer in a brand new club, all within the space, yeah, what was it, like 4 or 5 weeks? It was fucking crazy. So yeah, that was 12 months ago, man. So it was a crazy time. But I think at the same time, it's like my mindset was, don't fucking quit. Like just push through as much as you can and just fucking do what you got to do. You're here for a reason. Let's just, make the most of it and go after it. And yeah, don't quit. Don't quit. You're not going to quit yet. That was my mindset back then. So
Bro, and that's, I'm just saying, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, we're going to do this next year. This time next year, we're going
yeah,
to do the same thing,
yeah,
right? Where we're sitting here and has the narrative changed, right? And bro, this is the thing, Aaron. You say it best all the time. It takes as long as it'll take. But that being said, what's happening up here that is
yeah.
shifting that?
And it's okay
right?
to
It
analyze
all
too.
starts right here.
Yeah, and I think this is what a lot of people this is what a lot of people miss. It's okay to analyze, like not from a point of giving yourself a hard time and like talking shit to yourself. It's analyze, be critical of the decisions you make or you've made, and learn from that, and be able to move forward in a way where you've analyzed your mistakes, you've whatever decision you made in that time wasn't the right move, learn from it. That's the analysis perspective. No different to what I do with every single one of my clients at the end of each week. What worked, what didn't work, what do we need to do, what needs to change next week to keep you moving forward.
Hmm.
No different. And we don't do it enough. Or if you do it, you're just so critical on yourself, you're not seeing the lessons. You're just calling yourself a shithead, or you're
Wow.
calling yourself on the
Yeah.
bullshit. You know what I mean? So I
Good
love
call.
that we're having this conversation because there's an element of analyzing, fuck, okay, well, where was 12 months ago? And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden, light bulb, oh, that's right, I was going through a breakup.
Yeah.
And then to have a look at going, okay, well, what was working for me back then, and where am I today, and what's different? Am I more mature than what I was 12 months ago? Do I have a
Oof.
little more intelligence in regards to making those right decisions moving forward? Am I, putting everything on the line and, hoping that an email marketing campaign's worked, or a promotional campaign at the gym's worked? Am I putting too much hope into them working, or am I always constantly looking at the next thing from a business point of view? But the one thing that I have learned in the last couple of years, which has probably saved me, is being able to find peace in the chaos, and making sure as often as I possibly can, I ground myself,
Wow.
and I go to a place where I just calm my nervous system down, like going to the beach, sitting at the beach, meditating. The more I do that, then the more in the present moment I am. And if you can stay in that present moment longer than you can in the chaos of, looking in the past that hasn't worked, or, getting anxious about what the future is got in store for you based on where you are today. Yeah, if you can find those little moments of just grounding and peace and clarity, man, that's been the biggest thing for me. And I'll probably focused a lot more on that in the last 12 months.
Yeah, good call, Aaron. I think, I'll reiterate that, man. Peace in the chaos. I don't think that people appreciate that enough. And to your point, right? It's like you don't gain peace quiet in your room or on the beach, right? You do it when there is people flipping you off, people screaming at you, people hustling, cutting you off in traffic. If you can find a way to not make it about you in those moments, that's where it's at, bro. That
100%.
is 1,000,000% where it's at. Because it's not about you, Aaron. I mean, if you realize, bro, that we're such a small little part of this world, gigantic ass world that we live in, that it's not about us when somebody is calling us names and talking shit and being angry in traffic and doing all these things. It's not about us, dude. It's about them. And what I've learned, dude, in these last 12 months, Aaron, that I have what I did not do in the last 12 months that I'm barely discovering is I wasn't interested enough in people.
Mm,
How in the hell am I a coach and I'm not interested enough in listening to somebody's story?
yeah.
No wonder why it hasn't worked. Because this is the thing, Aaron. I'll be honest with you, man. I haven't got what I want out of this business yet. And that's to make quality connections, to lend value, to add value, to grow people. But how am I going to do that, man, if I don't know nothing about you?
Yeah.
If I'm just like, oh, hey, buy my program. Oh, hey, I'm a coach. You should go with me. People are like, a million coaches online. Why the hell would I choose you? Right? And so it's that, Aaron. And I think that's it. I think the best way, bro, to do that is to really sit and be with somebody. Meaning, whether it's at, and I think I've said this on a pod before, dude, at the gym. I know a lot of people don't like to gab, but bro, why wouldn't you ask a question? Even if it's just one question, you have to sit there and have a 20-minute conversation with them. If it goes there, it goes there. So what? So
Yep.
big deal, right? You fucked up your workout a little bit. You got to go a little bit harder. And I just think about it like this, Aaron. It's like, is something really that bad that it messes up your whole day? Or is it here that messed up your whole day? Because you realize up here, you have the ability to control that.
Yeah.
Until you figure that out, you will let other people have your energy. And one thing that I heard on a podcast a while back is your energy is expensive. Treat it like it's expensive. Don't give it away to anybody. Not everybody deserves it. And it's dope, right? It's so true. And I think that's where I'm at in the last 12 months, Aaron, is I wasn't interested enough. I
Mm.
thought by doing me and who I was that that would attract the right demographic. No. And yes, there's that, but then there's also other layers to it, which is really being interested in what people have to say as opposed to just being like, "Hey, I'm me," and that should be good enough. It doesn't work that way, and that's how real I've had to be with myself on this, bro.
You know what? It's also you look at where you were and that there's an element of desperation to get to where you want it to be because we all have that goal. And yeah, and that's when you lose sense of in that present moment. We all have goals. We all are high achievers, and there's nothing wrong with that. Uh, Along the way, are we smelling the roses? Along the way, are we having a beautiful conversation with a grandmother,
Mm,
that has enjoyed life and they're at the end of their life cycle? Do we ignore them constantly all the time, or do we actually take time out and go, have a nice day? Sometimes we miss that. One thing that I have noticed with you in the 12 months, though, bro, is that it's easier now to tell your story.
yep. And imagine that, Aaron. Imagine it taking 3 years, dude.
Yeah, yeah,
3 fucking years where I thought I was giving away everything. And what I realized is that there was so many parts of the story that were missing. And it was I don't even know if I could name one thing, but I can tell you that there was a lot of emotion. And the emotion was embarrassment. Nobody wants to hear it. Nobody cares. Nobody this, nobody that. Once again, you know what I was doing? I was making it about me. I was making it all about me instead of going, who can I impact? And I think that's where it's at, Aaron, too, is just who can I impact with my story? But the other thing is, what problem can I solve?
yep,
And bro, I just think that now that is literally my take on everything. If I do this, what problem will I solve? So why would I not blab the hell out of my
mm,
story?
mm.
Why would I not go take a video of my boy's site again? The same video
Fucking
people have
epic.
seen, although we've added more lights to it.
I've seen,
And I've
dude, it's awesome.
re-put it up again, saying, you know what?
Yeah,
Every chance I get, I'm going to share this beauty with you
100%.
guys because you need to see it.
Fucking do that because that's that pride that we have. Now, the interesting thing, what you said before about you not willing to share your story, because hey, I go through it and I'm sure 99%, nearly every single person that listens to this episode will feel the same way. And what it is that emotion that we're feeling in that moment, why we don't want to share, it's our emotion. It's
It's
not what
ours.
anyone's put on.
Yes.
Yeah. And when you
Yes.
realize that and you flip it around and going, who can I help? Who can I be of service to? Who needs to hear the story? All of a sudden, you're no longer emotionally attached to that
Damn.
story. And I fuck yeah, do you know it? Because when you feel that moment, it's it's an automatic pressure release.
Oh, you're so right, bro.
You
You're
just
so right because some of the things that now I put up,
yeah,
before I would sit and be like, no, maybe I don't want to frame it this way. No, I don't want. Now it just goes up. And I feel like this. If there's 100 people that see it, maybe I pissed off a couple. Maybe a few of them got really, really excited about it. Maybe a few of them are like, look at this fucking guy.
mm,
It doesn't matter.
mm,
What matters is I released it.
mm.
I released it because in that moment, that's what I was thinking.
Yep,
I was thinking,
yep.
and I'll say this, bro, on Thanksgiving, I went on a wicked, wicked hike with my daughter before we even had our Thanksgiving turkey. We went on a mile hike straight up, anybody that knows it, Manitou Springs incline, Google it. It's a wicked, wicked incline. And I'll tell you right now, bro, when I posted that, I basically said, "Did you earn your Thanksgiving or did you earn your turkey dinner today?" And I'm sure some people rolled their eyes at it. I'm sure other
Oh
people were
yeah.
like, "Damn, did I do my exercise today? Oh shit, I didn't. I just sat on the couch." And then other people are like, "Yeah, I did do that. Good
Yeah.
for him, right?" Dude, you're gonna get it all, Aaron.
Oh
But the
yeah.
truth is, bro, is that it wasn't about that moment, it was just about what I was feeling. I earned it, and that's all
Yep.
that matters.
Big takeaway for me over the last 12 months. I don't know if it's an age thing, but I care less, if you know what I mean. I care less about people's opinions.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's you being so sure of where you are, who you are, standing in what you know is right. Because, hey, when, as a man, when you finally come from a place where you're coming from an open heart and you're generally coming from a loving, caring place, yeah, you still don't fucking care about someone else's opinion. But when you come from that, there's no ego attached to it. You're not looking for
Right.
the clout or the likes or, all that kind of stuff. It's like you know who you're becoming. Because again, this is a life journey. This is not something that is going to
You
end
don't
tomorrow.
arrive. Yeah, you never arrive at it. That's
Yeah.
what's cool about it.
Yeah. And when you're there, I'm at that point now where I care less about someone's opinion. And I've learned very, very quickly, probably in the last couple of weeks. There's a video I put up about 3 or 4 months ago. All of a sudden, it's just gone fucking viral. Like there's been 500,000 views on it. It's just been crazy. I think there's like 12,000 likes and I don't know how many comments. But the comments on it, there's a lot of support, but there's also a lot of shit kickers. A lot of fucking people on there that just want to give you a hard time. So even though, yes, it's my content, even though, yes, there's a lot of people on there having their say, I've had to detach myself from that. And because you are a person who just wants to give service or just give and help other people, that shit can get to you. When you've got someone that's commenting on your stuff and calling you a douchebag, being racist remarks or whatever it is, or even dropping into your DMs and going, I'm going to find out where you live and I'm going to have a blade waiting for you. I'm getting that shit. I'm getting that shit in my inboxes. That plays on your mind and your emotions. But when you get to a point where it's like, oh, it's social media, it's just social media, and it's probably some fucking idiot in the United States that's saying that stuff, and I'm like, I don't care. So when you get to a point of you don't give a fuck, not giving a fuck that you don't care how what you do or say to people, but within yourself, and within yourself knowing who you are, knowing you're living an authentic life, knowing that you're coming from truth. When you're in that space, nothing else matters. And I've talked to you about this before. It's like the only thing that matters is your kingdom.
Mm. Yep. Yep. And I'll tell you right now, Aaron, I think that's the other part too, man, is that I feel like in the last 12 months, I found a way to speak up and defend my kingdom more than I probably ever have. And again, it goes back to like you say, bro, you want everything to kind of just smooth itself out and be good and this and the other. The problem with that is if you don't say your piece, good, bad, or indifferent, nobody knows how you're feeling. If nobody knows how you're feeling, they're like, "Oh, he's a pushover. Oh, it's
Yep.
fine. We'll just
Yep.
we'll just say what we need to say. He'll do what he needs to do, and we'll be done." Right? No. And the truth is, Aaron, is a lot of this stuff. Again, it goes back to falling on deaf ears. But that's not the point. The point is that look, at the end of the day, I didn't like the way you did this. It doesn't mean it's going to solve itself, right? Doesn't mean it's going to go your way. But you will know that I don't tolerate that. That's what you will know. Whether this plays out the way I want it to, that's a different story. Not something I can control, so I'm going to give that away, right? But you will know that I was very, very unhappy with whatever circumstance came up, and you will hear about it. And you will hear about it and hear about it and hear about it until I'm done. And then once I'm done, hey,
And
on to the next.
that's another thing that's changed in the last 12 months. Is just having that confidence to actually go say no. I guess it's having that confidence to say no. You're not going to fucking be a pushover anymore. I know where I am. Yeah. And I'm in that protector mode. So, man,
Yeah.
fucking 12 months of insane growth. And I think
Insane growth, bro.
if anyone really wants to have a look at the extent of our growth, go back and have a look at the last 50 episodes.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah. If you want to see me and Aaron's growth live,
yeah,
man, watch these episodes. Seriously. Because and I the reason why I do this, Aaron, and the reason why I say this so much, man, is because this is I've said this before, bro. This is our lives right here. You
mm,
get our lives for the last 3 years almost. And you can go back and be like, man, I remember when John said this, and I remember when Aaron said that. Bro, at the end of the day, you know what it is for me? Is I still sit when I'm driving somewhere and I put on our podcast and I'm like, I remember that day.
yeah,
You know, and
yeah,
I remember where I was at. I remember what I was feeling. And bro, that to me, I'm still a fan of our show. It tells me that if I'm feeling that way, we're affecting other people in that way, whether it's positive or negative. All we're here for is to add value. Whether it triggers you or not, that's on you. That's not on us. But bro, I sit there and I listen to it and I'm like, yeah, people need to hear this because I'm feeling pretty damn good listening to it. So it's just such a cool thing what we got going on here, and I'll say that, bro.
I agree. The only thing left to say is share the show.
Share it, man. Share it with somebody who needs it. Seriously.
That's it. Brother, fire, straight to the point. And I know people got value from this. And like I said before, what before was a joke. Now I'm being serious. Share the show because you know that someone needs to hear our message. And all we want to do is impact the world. So
That's right.
that's it.
That's right. One more time. Happy birthday to my brother.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. And happy birthday to you, my bro.
And a
Brother from
special
another.
happy birthday to Jaden as well. We all are in this together, brother. It's awesome,
Happy
man.
birthday, Jaden. All right. Love you all. Thank you very much.
Take
Till
care,
next time.
brother. See ya.